The New York Jets visit the Arizona Cardinals on Monday Night Football to cap off Week 6 of the NFL season, and there are not a whole lot of believers in the Jets. The line opened slightly below a touchdown, but early week action has pushed it above the key number of 7. Arizona has some additional prep time this week to get Carson Palmer and the other injured Birds back into the lineup after playing on Thursday night in Week 5. The Cardinals are just 2-3 straight up and against the spread. They've been favored in all 5 games to date and picked up just their second win and second cover in San Francisco on the short week. The Jets are off to a 1-4 start after going 10-6 last season under Todd Bowles, and they are just 1-3-1 against the spread. It's safe to say that the Jets have been one of the NFL's biggest disappointments so far this year, but they have played one of the toughest schedules this year as well, with 4 playoff teams from the last season on the slate thus far. It doesn't really take a degree in quantum physics to figure out what's wrong with the Jets. They've turned the ball over 13 times on the season, and 10 of those giveaways have been Ryan Fitzpatrick interceptions. Fitzpatrick, who had a long and well-publicized holdout prior to the season, has only completed 57.8% of his passes, although to be fair, it goes up to 63% if you include the passes that he has completed to the opposing teams. Matt Forte hasn't found much running room to help out his quarterback, averaging just 3.7 yards per carry. The injury to Eric Decker really hurt, as teams are blanketing Brandon Marshall. Decker only has 9 catches, and Marshall has only hauled in 24 of his 54 targets. Injuries haven't helped the Jets on defense either, and their secondary has been under fire, taking a lot of damage. The Jets have allowed 643 yards after the catch this season. Their 12.9 yards per catch allowed is tied for the 4th most in the NFL. The Jets do have 12 sacks and have stopped the run pretty well, so when they get a push, they've had some success, but they are having no success when they don't get to the passer. Opposing quarterbacks have completed 71.7% of their throws against this beleaguered secondary, and only the Oakland Raiders have allowed more passing yards per game this season. The health of Carson Palmer is critically important this week for Arizona. The Cardinals released Zach Dysert from the active roster, which is a good sign that Palmer will pass the league's concussion protocol and be back in the pocket this week. Palmer is a huge upgrade to Drew Stanton, but Palmer has shown some signs of age this season. He's only completed 58.8% of his throws and has a 6-5 touchdown interception ratio. He's also taken 12 sacks in the 4 games that he has played. Fortunately, the Cardinals have given him some help in David Johnson, who is averaging 5 yards per carry this season. He's also averaging 14 yards per reception, so he'll be the focal point of the offense week after week when he can play. Only San Diego and Philadelphia have gotten better starting field position than the Cardinals, so the defense has done everything it can to help out this average group. The Cardinals have forced 12 turnovers in 5 games. They've held the opposition to 4.6 yards per play, which is 3rd best in the NFL. The secondary has held opposing signal callers to a 59.1% success rate through the air. The run defense has sprung a few leaks here and there, but this is the side of the ball that kept the Cardinals alive this season. The Cardinals are 7th in points allowed per drive, a number that obviously has been helped by the number of takeaways. The line is pretty justified for this game, but not enough people are talking about the regression of the Cardinals offense and the regression of Carson Palmer. David Johnson is a great weapon, but the Jets should do okay at the line of scrimmage here. If they can cover anybody, they can bottle up this offense. On the Ryan Fitzpatrick side, that's obviously a huge worry against this defense. It just doesn't feel like the Cardinals should get this kind of respect with some of their own issues. There isn't a lot of line value, going from 7.5 to 8 or more, but it would be a surprise to see public support for the Jets. Our pick and prediction is to go with the Jets with the big 7.5 points. For our pick and prediction on this game and every other game this week, and a wealth of free stats and information, check out bangthebook.com.